Hey, third grade, and welcome back to week 7, day 1. It is Monday, June 1st. Can you believe it? Whoa! And we are here to continue on with our math instruction, and we're looking at fractions still. So hopefully you've done your freckle fact practice for today. You can do that 2 times. Always keep practicing those multiplication facts and division facts to keep you fast and ready to go. And for your materials today, you are going to need to have something to, something to write on and something to write with. So, got that? Something to write on and something to write with. So here we go. We are first going to look at our word problem of the day. We're going to rip it apart. And we're going to R, read the problem, I, identify the important information, P, plan how to solve it, and P, draw a picture, E, execute your plan, solve it, and D, does it make sense? Let's see. Our word problem for today, we are looking at, here she is, our Miss Sandy. And we're definitely going to write up top. What's our word? It is ripped. We're going to write it right up top. So let's get it up there. R-I-P-P-E-D, ripped. And let's read it and see about Sandy. Sandy went to the mall and spent $45 at Macy's, $55 at American Eagle, and $108 at Old Navy. At the beginning of the day, she had $250. After she spent money at all the stores, how much money did Sandy have left? Sandy, let's find out if you are a good shopper. So first thing first, we read it, so I'm going to cross that off. I identify the important information. Let's get my highlighter ready. So Sandy went to the mall and spent $45 at Macy's. That's important. Then she spent $55 at American Eagle. Also important. And $108 at Old Navy. So that is also very important. Now it says at the beginning of the day, she had $250. That's important to know that how much she had. So she had $250. After she spent money at all the stores, how much does Sandy have left? Sounds to me like that's my question. How much did Sandy have left? And when I see the word left, I think to myself, self? That sounds to me like I'm going to be how much is left over. Sounds to me like I'm going to be taking things away and seeing, what do I have? Sounds like a little subtraction. But I also need to know, when I'm looking at this, it says 45 at Macy's and 55 at American Eagle. And if I had another hand, I'd say 108 at Old Navy. But I need to put them all together and then see how much she has left from the day. So we've definitely read the problem. Let's create a plan, which we kind of did by saying, what do the words mean? So we know that we're going to put all these pieces together. And we're going to then find out from this mass, this is how much she had to begin with, and I take this mass out of it, what she have left. Oh, okay. Seems pretty easy. So that's my plan. So my picture is going to be, you know what? I'm going to do I'm going to draw a tape diagram. Makes sense, right? I think so. So this is what I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw, the first is how much she had. So I'm going to say this whole piece right here is $250 because that's how much she had, right? Then I'm going to draw a chunk down here. I'm going to say, whoop, whoop, whoop. This little piece I'm going to make as Macy's, which is going to be $45. Then I'm going to draw another piece here. And this is going to be, what was the other store here? American Eagle. So I'm going to draw 55. My next one she spent was at Old Navy, and that one was 108. And what I want to know, see, and I complete my line, see how I did that, was how much she had left. Oh, see, now in drawing this picture, I can see, okay, so this tells me I'm going to add up all those pieces, and then figure out what's left. Looks good to me. So now that we've got a plan and we've got a cool picture, let's execute. So let's see, I'm going to add some pieces together. Now I could sit there and say I'm going to add this piece to this piece. Looks good. And then I'll add this piece, this bigger piece in. Makes sense. So let's see, I'm going to go 45 and 55. I'm going to add those pieces together. And I know that 5 and 5 is 10. Put down the 0, carry the 1. 5 plus 4 is 8, 9. Counting up, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I add the 1 to it, and that would make it another 10. So I'm going to put down the 0, carry the 1. But there's nobody there, so I just bring them straight down. So 45 plus 55 is 100. Now I'm going to add this other guy in, and that is 108. Okay, makes sense. Add these up. So I have 0 plus 8 is 8, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 2, I told you, 1 plus 1 is 2. Sounds perfect. So I have 208. Whew, glad I'm done. No, now I need to find out what is left, because this 208 tells me what this piece is. So this piece right here is 208, right? Okay, so what's this leftover piece? Let's find out. So we're going to go 250 minus 208. All right, 0 minus 8. Can't do it. More on the floor. Go next door and get 10 more. So 5 becomes a 4. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 4 minus 0 is 4. 2 minus 2 is nothing. So how much does my friend Sandy have left? My friend Sandy has, let's go back there, put that back on. My friend Sandy has $42. Oh, okay. Now, we executed it. Does it make sense? Well, when I look at how much she spent, and I know that 45 and 55 is 100, and I know that 108, if I were to round that, it's close to 100. It could be like 110 if I rounded to the nearest 10. So looking at that, 100 plus 110 gives me 210. And if I subtracted 250 minus 210, I should have about $40. And I look at my answer, it's about $40, isn't it? So does it make sense? Yes, it does. Now, if I want to, I can add up all of these. So I can go and say 208 plus 42. 8 plus, oh, my head's in the way. Sorry. Sorry, head. Let me refix that. Let's see here. We just want my handwriting to be picked up on this. There. Now we can move it. Hello. See, it's not in the way of my head anymore. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10, put down the 0, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, and 2 plus nothing is 2. So does it match? Yeah, does it make sense? Yes, it does. Good shopping, Sandy. All right, let's move on to our lesson today. Now, where we left off on Friday, we were talking about comparing some fractions. We looked at the size of the fraction. Well, we're going to really look at comparing fractions today. And we're going to look at, does it when I look at fractions, I see pictures and I go, oh, which one's bigger? Does the fish go this way or does he go this way? Fish, alligator, whatever animal you want to use. But if I look at this and I see 2/3 and 1/4, and now I color these in and I make nice circles and I can easily see, my eye can see like, wow, there's clearly more green colored in on the 2/3 than there is on the 1/4. And I can easily do this, and he goes that way. I could also make a number line, as you can see right below. And they say, oh, okay, so I could mark on my number line 2/3, and I can mark in 1/4, and I can easily see which one is bigger and which one is smaller, greater than or less than. It's a piece of cake, right? Another method that we can use is called cross multiplying, or the butterfly technique. Now, if we look at it here, it says, are they equivalent? This is not about just finding out whether a fraction is equivalent. It's also finding out who's bigger. This, I call it the butterfly method, because if you draw a little antenna, it looks like a butterfly. Now, in this, you can see that they have grouped. They call it cross multiplying. And you can see that they are circling fractions, circling the numbers, kitty corner. Now, when you multiply, though, you go bottoms up. So I'm going to go bottoms up, and I would go 3 times 4 is 12. And I would put that right in my little antenna above the 4, and I'll show you why. 6 times 3, bottoms up, and I'm going 6 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. And I look, and both of those numbers are the same. That means those fractions are equivalent. But let's take a look at some fractions that might not be. We're going to compare some of these. So we're going to use my butterfly technique, and we're going to go, ready? So we're going to swoop. There's one wing, and we're going to go and swoop in the other wing. See my pretty butterfly? We'll do my antennas. Now watch this. And we're going to multiply bottoms up. So ready? 9 times 2. So that'd be 9 plus 9, 18. I'm going to put the 18 above. 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. I could count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. So it's 15. So I'm going to write the 15 above. Which one of those numbers is bigger? The 15 or the 18? Easy peasy. I'm going to say it's the 18. So if the 18 is bigger, that fraction is bigger. See how this works? So you are going to put your mouth this way. So I would say 5/9 is less than 2/3. Let's try another one. All right, you ready? Let's take a look at this one. I'm going to do my circle, make my wings. Circle, make my butterfly wing. And I'm going to go the other way. Circle and make my butterfly wing. Here we go. Let's cross multiply. Are you ready? 6 times 6. Oh, that's an easy rhyme. 6 times 6, 36. Lollipop licks. So I'm going to put 36. Now I'm going to bottoms up. 10 times 4. 10 times 4 is 40. Which number is bigger? 40 or 36? That's an easy peasy one. I'm going to go this way. 40 is bigger. Now, the reason we go bottoms up is because that number would be above the other fraction. If you went the other way, you might put the number above the wrong fraction and then have them backwards. So if you go bottoms up, then that's where that answer goes. And if I go bottoms up, then that's where that answer goes. So then my comparing numbers are in the right spots. Okay? Perfect. Let's take a look at another one. Now, this would be one that we could easily draw a picture of, right? But let's see when we cross multiply. Let me get my head out of the way. Come on, Mrs. Jones, get your head out of the way. Let's see, I'm going to go circle, 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 circle. These are my cross multiplying numbers. Get my antenna in here. Shoop, shoop. Not the best drawer, but I do well with what I got. All right, so 2 times 2 is 4. Very good. And 3 times 1 is 3. Which number is bigger? Easy peasy. The 4 is bigger, so I would say that 2/3 is bigger. All right, let's try another one. Moving along here. Now, these, I'm going to tell you a secret about this in a minute, but let's do our butterfly. You ready? We're going to go bottoms up, and I'm going to scooch this over just a smidge, draw my little antenna. Let's see, bottoms up. Let's go with the 10 first. 10 times 4 is 40. 5 times 8 is 40. What's going on with these fractions? They are, the 40 and the 40 is the same. So this fraction, these fractions are equivalent or equal. Now, before this, I could kind of see 4/5 and 8/10. I could kind of see 4 times 2 is 8 and 5 times 2 is 10. So I can kind of see that. But by cross multiplying, I can surely see that they're the same because I've got 40 and 40. Exact same numbers. Let's take a look at this one. You ready? Let's try again. See how this one works. I've got bottoms up. Let's go for it. And then bottoms up. 4 times 5. Let me get my antenna in here. 4 times 5 is, good, 20. 8 times 3 is, good, 24. Which number is bigger, the 20 or the 24? It is the 24. So which fraction is bigger? Nice job, the 3/4. So this is an easy way for us to see and to compare fractions without drawing a picture, without doing a number line. They don't have to have the same denominator or the same numerator, and this will work every single time when you are comparing your fractions. So I want you to compare some fractions. What I want you to do, maybe you should draw a picture of one. And then I want you to compare it in the butterfly technique. You don't have to draw a picture, but the picture might help you to see the whole thing. I want you to compare 2 fractions. And the easiest way to do that, you could flip some cards to get your numbers, the numerators and the denominators, or you could even roll some dice. Now, the bigger number is always going to go on the bottom, please, because we're not working with improper fractions. We're working with regular fractions, okay? So make a fraction, do a little butterfly technique, whoop, whoop, take a picture and post it on your portfolio page. Okay, awesome. Now we're going to take a look at our fraction clues. Dun, dun, dun. Our fraction clues, again this week, we are going to give you some words. You're going to have 1 word for each day. Your word for today is sweet. That's pretty sweet that we can do any fraction comparing with a butterfly technique. So our word for today is sweet. So make sure you write that down. Until next time, see you guys.